The sacrifices you've been making have been taking everything out of you. And now something inside of you is starting to break. And you're wondering, when will good enough be good enough? What's going on, you guys? My name is Maurice F. Martin, and this is another episode of A Better You in partnership with Teach Better and the Teach Better Speakers Network. Before I get into this message, I want to encourage you and invite you to share this message. Please make sure you share this to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you think about sharing it, where you know somebody will benefit from it. And that includes just shooting a text to your friends who need this. Also, in the comments, I need more comments on these videos. If you're watching, say, Maurice, I'm watching today. Let me know if there's a jewel or a gem that really speaks to you. Or, especially if you have a topic you'd like for me to discuss as a part of this series, please leave it down below. So you have been sacrificing. You've been giving up some of your free time, some of your family time, some of your fun time, so that you could focus on honing your craft, honing your skills, and truly evolving into whatever it is that you're hoping to see in your career. And the problem is now time has truly racked up. You're starting to feel guilty. And you're wondering, when will I finally have this breakthrough that I knew for sure was coming at the start of my journey? Today, I want to encourage you to keep going, but don't necessarily keep going the same way you've been traveling. Sometimes when we get into the midst of a thing, we do have to focus everything we've got. And so we have to cut down on all of the distractions so that we can really be laser focused. The problem is that at some point you get tired. And if you're anything like me, you've gotten to a place of being emotionally, physically, and spiritually spent, where you have nothing left. If that's the case, this may be an important time for you to reconsider and recalibrate in your approach. This may be a time to step back and breathe, and maybe even reassess some of the things you've cut out in your life. You see, sometimes if you haven't been spending enough time with your kids or with your spouse, a little bit of time with your loved ones can refocus you and remind you of why you started the journey in the first place. Sometimes some of that free time that you've given up can help you to say, you know what? Maybe I need to take this other approach instead, or I forgot about some of the principles that I started with because I got tired. You may need to refocus and reinvent yourself within this approach. If you're feeling guilty, it may be because something is off. And that means this is a great time for you to get back on track. I also want to remind you that in life, most success is a marathon, not a sprint. In my new book I'm working on, I talk about the marathon mindset. The question becomes, is everything in life really going to be a 100-meter dash? They shoot the gun, you start to run, and bada bing, bada boom, the race is done. The answer is no, that's not how most of life works. Most of this is a marathon. And in a marathon, it's gonna hurt sometimes. It's gonna be painful sometimes, and you're gonna have to grit your way through the journey. I wanna remind you that you didn't sign up for this because you thought it was going to be easy. You signed up for it because you thought it's what you were meant to do. And if you are truly walking in purpose, if you are truly doing something that you were put on this earth to do, then you can't give up. You didn't start doing this because you thought it would be simple. You started doing this because you thought you could change lives. You thought you could affect change. I know. You haven't seen all the lives changed and all the effects that you hope. But have you affected anyone? Have you changed anyone? Have you grown and evolved in a way that has blessed someone's life or truly enhanced someone's life because of the work you've done? If you have to start to celebrate the small victories. Maybe part of the reason you're feeling so guilty and so burned out and so frustrated is because you never truly celebrate the small wins. And maybe some of those sacrifices you've been making and not spending time with friends and not spending time with family and not journaling anymore and not exercising anymore. Maybe you need to do some of those things and celebrate the small wins with some of those people. I'm not telling you you won't have to continue to sacrifice. You will. Success requires sacrifice. It's going to cost you something. But remember that sometimes the cost in one season is different than the cost in the next. And maybe you need to strategize differently and pay the price differently in this new season of your life. Just because you're tired doesn't mean it's done. Just because you're feeling defeated doesn't mean it's over. It just means that you need to be refocused. And so I want to encourage you today that if you've been giving everything you've got, your good enough is already good enough. No, maybe it doesn't meet your lofty expectations, but sometimes the fact that you have been willing to stick through it, the fact that you have kept fighting, the fact that you continue to show up even though you're not always at your best is a victory in and of itself. And so today I congratulate you for the victories you've had, and I encourage you to recalibrate and refocus so that you can get to the next victories ahead. All right, you guys, that is all the time I have for you today. Again, please share this video, leave comments, leave likes, interact with these videos. Make me feel like I'm not crazy for making them. All right, I love you guys. I'm always hoping for you, praying for you, and wishing that you are truly moving today into becoming a better version of you.